So what I have here is my survival kit. I've got a map of my state. It's a local laminated map of my state. So it's most definitely important for me to know exactly where I am around the entire state. I also happen to have small maps of each major city that I'm near. On top of that, we have another thing, which is it's a bandana, but it's a cloth which you can use to filter water, or I use it to wipe sweat when I'm walking. I also have a battery operated radio, which is in a homemade Faraday bag of aluminum foil, duct tape, and paper. I found that to be very effective. In my other Faraday bag here, I also have a battery charging pack, which is solar powered as well. It's got a compass in there as well. Has USB ports. I also have paracord. I also have two, I don't know how you say that, but it's a couple protein bars that are plant-based protein. I also have two more bars here, which are fruit grain bars. So that's for sustainment, or the provisions. I also have a balaclava here, which I also use to keep my face warm, but also for bugs in case I'm using it for camouflage. I also have a mini pocket first aid kit, so you can't go wrong. I stick this in my cargo pocket as part of my EDC. I have a multi-tool here, which I also use as part of my EDC. I also have an E-tool, which is good for digging, for starting fires or anything like that. It's also got a compass on the handle. I have a poncho, which I use regularly when it rains, especially when I walk long distances. I also have a compass as well, military style compass. It's got scales for the map to measure the distances. I also like that it has a magnifying glass. You could also use that to start fires as well. I have a knife sharpener, so that I use to keep my knives sharp as well. Also, I've got everything kind of piled here, so I'm trying to find everything. I've got a torch lighter, which I use, a jet torch lighter. I have two of those. That's my EDC. I have another compass, which I can clip onto my backpack. The thermometer isn't really accurate, so I don't really pay attention to that. Also, bear with me that 90% of this is from China, so we know the quality of Chinese products. What else we got here? I have a pair of combat gloves here with plastic reinforced knuckles. I kind of wish they were metal, but I've got two pairs of these, and also one pair in black as part of my EDC as well, just in case I need it. Then we also have a surgical kit. I know how to give stitches. I practiced a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend giving stitches to people if you're not licensed. But it's got everything you need, from hemostats, forceps, scissors. I got a scalpel right here. Inside this pocket here, I've got nitriles. I've got medical tape as well. In here I have butterfly closures, gauze pads, the scalpel blades, a pre-threaded silk needle for the stitches. On top of that, sorry, I'm just kind of shoving everything to the side. I've got two kinds of backpack covers. I've got a rain cover for my backpack, the bug out bag, and then I also have scrim. Scrim, I could use this to hide my bag, or adding additional camouflage. There is a military uniform inside the bag as well, just for additional camouflage, as my get home bag. This is a Gerber strong arm. Don't let it fool you, it's actually from China. It's not a real Gerber. I wish it was. But this is my main survival knife. Pretty decent knife, actually. It comes in a hard plastic sheath, so it's easy. It snaps in too. For self-defense, I have a Kimber Pepper Blaster 3. I also have a Kimber Pepper Blaster 2 as well. So these are EDC. So I have one as a backup and then one as my main self-defense. I have utensils. So I've got a can opener. Where is it at? So I've got a knife, which is just sharpened yesterday. I've got corkscrew right here. I got a spoon. I need to wash this. And then I have a can opener on here somewhere. I don't remember where I put it, but it's on, well, it's on here. I've also got a fork as well. It came in a set. Emergency blanket, very good. It's very, very, very useful. I've got a much larger one, which is inside my survival kit. But this is for somebody else if they need it for medical or for major loss of blood. We got to keep the patient warm. I got a real cat tourniquet here. That is something you don't want to cheap out on, especially when it comes to medical. This is not from China. This was actually given to me by a combat medic from the US Army. This is a holder which can easily be adaptable onto a belt or a backpack or what have you. I've got potassium iodide, got this off Amazon. It's good until 2026. For first aid kit, this is a advanced one that I customized myself. I've got forceps and hemostats here with a pen light on the outside. The carabiner, that's basically there in case it's in my bag and I have to pull it out quickly. But I got my blood type on there and that Red Cross patch, so it's easily identifiable, so I don't pull out a random pouch thinking it's my first aid kit in a high stress situation. I've got an instant cold pack here, which is also useful in the summertime. You never know when you're gonna need it. I have a UV light. I tend to use this a lot at nighttime. It shows up blue on the white Alpine camo, but it's actually more of a purple color. This is a gunshot kit. Where I live, it's kind of dangerous, so I've got trauma pads, I've got chest seals, hemostatic gauze, bleed stop, and it's also wrapped in nitriles on the inside. I got a steel cup, so that's also used for boiling water. I have a military style canteen, so that's my daily water bottle. This is a rain jacket just rolled up. So prior to, or with the poncho, I also have the rain jacket in case I need extra rain protection. The poncho also doubles as a shelter, so that's really good as well. Now for the survival kit, I have a pocket chainsaw. That's my backup saw. I also have another jet torch lighter inside the survival kit. I've got a whetstone, also with my knife sharpener. I've also got a pocket camp stove. Yeah, this is also from China, the camp stove is, so sorry about that. I've used it, it's pretty nice, works very well. Here's the big survival blanket I was talking about. This was given to me by a friend, so it does help. It's a military grade, so it's way better than the other cheap one that I had earlier. I've got numerous fishing hooks with lures already on them, so that does help. My dad gave me these. I also have a flint and steel rod attached with a paracord so they won't get lost. This is a bug net. I like having a bug net. It works against gnats, mosquitoes, and any kind of bug. You just put a boonie hat on, put this over. Works very well. I've got aqua tabs. Whoopsie. So I got water purification, neutralizing tablets, which it gets the iodine flavor out of the water. And then this is the actual germicide purification tablet. I have 2 of each. This is kind of a designated fishing and fire starting kit. So I've got a lure, I've got matches, I've got wicks, I've got fishing line, I've got alcohol pads galore. These I actually found useful to start fires because the alcohol burns pretty quickly. They will dry out very fast, so if you pull them out the sheet, light it. I got cotton pads, which could also be used as tinder. I also with the camp stove, I forgot that I had this. With the camp stove, I've also got this little grill piece. And then I have a mini pocket saw. I've actually used it. It works very well. It's very sharp. That really helps out a lot. It's kind of hard to close. In this pocket here, I just have some tea. It was like a morale booster. But, yeah, so in here, I've also got like saw blades, arrowheads, spears for spear fishing. Oops. I also got like a mini knife right here too. I thought about sharpening it, making it to like a little mini knife. Works very well. Little fork here. So I got like a little fork. This, I don't know what that is. I think it's just like to grind down for like sandpaper almost. And there's also little fish hooks in here as well, along with the arrowheads and spearheads. So yeah, that is my survival kit. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, here is the actual bug out bag itself. It is by Samurai Tactical. I just removed that because I didn't like how it reflected under UV light. But I also got pens. I have an extra spork. It's wrapped in tape, so I can use electrical tape if I need it, but it also has a knife inside there too, which I thought was kind of handy. A lot of space, a lot of room. I love Call of Duty, so excuse that. On the other side, I also have the pouch for the gunshot kit right here. I have trauma shears, and I have an Israeli pressure bandage up here as well. I got carabiners and D-clips as well. In the back, like I said, here's the multicam uniform. At the very top, sorry. At the very top, I can open it. Oh my lordy. I've got nitrols. I have Afterbite. I've got more medical tape. These are more aqua tabs. I've got hydrocortisone chapstick. And in here is also a mini hygiene kit. I have Tums, a toothbrush, and toothpaste. So that also helps as well. And with that, I think that is everything in my survival kit. So, yeah, if there's anything you guys think I should add, let me know. If you think there's stuff that I should subtract, which is like stuff that's unnecessary, let me know. But after watching 2 of my favorite survivalists and preppers, Garand Thumb, he is very great when it comes to combat survival. He's kind of one of the reasons why I've got a heavy tactical type setup here. And then Canadian Prepper, I've been watching him with his Day X World War III updates. He is fantastic. I've watched his long-range survival, pack setups. I've seen that. I also have bug spray as well. This is like all natural bug spray. It comes in green bottles in my state. It's lemongrass, I think mint, as well, because I think bugs hate mint. But it's lemongrass, mint. It's just all natural. I just put it in a spray bottle, so it's easier to use. But other than that, yeah, like I said, Canadian Prepper is one of my favorites. Grand Thumb is also one of my favorites. They're very great when it comes to survival and prepping, and as well as evasion, combat, survival. So I tend to watch the videos a lot to, as I call, train. But it's more helpful if you watch the videos as like classroom work and then get out there in the field and train. So I do both. So I train about once a week when it comes to outdoor in the field, and classroom work I do about three days out of the week. So yeah, so Canadian Prepper, if you see this, please review this and let me know if there's anything you think I should add or subtract. And Grand Thumb, if you see this, I really appreciate all the advice in your videos that you've given. Same with you, Canadian Prepper. You guys are fantastic. I normally post gameplay from other games that I play, so this is something that I thought would be a good idea to post, since most people don't have bug out bags, or most people want a bug out bag and don't know what to put in it. What I have here is just a start. Sorry about the mess that I made of all my gear, but it'll just be organized later. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.